Hello friends, my topic for today is guest history. Now moving on to we have what is guest history. Guest history is defined as the record maintained for each guest who has stayed in the hotel with separate entry for each visit and details of each pertinent preferences. Now this means it's basically a record maintained by the hotel in the hotel property management system for the guests who come to the hotel. For each visit, they will keep a record for the separate visit or the separate entry in the hotel. Now in the picture we can see for Mr. Saxena, he have stayed in the property for 3 times. Now for 3 times they have maintained a 3 separate record in the system. Now all the record of the guest is maintained, all the stay details, all the preferences, all the requirement of the guest is maintained as a guest history in the system. Now we have arrival date, departure date, room type, rate code, adult, child, that is number of packs in the room, and along with all the full name, gender, everything of every details of the guest is maintained. And along with that we can see on the guest account as well, we can view the folio of the guest through the guest history, how much credit and debit he had done in the hotel, and from this only we can trace the guest history, or how many times the guest have stayed or how much the guest have spent in the hotel. Okay, so we have the importance of guest history. So why guest history is important? Actually the guest history is very much important in the hotel for most of the departments like front office, reservation, sales and marketing, for finance and all. Okay, now it's a valuable reference tool for reservation, because if the guest have previously stayed in the hotel, we obviously keep his or her record. So if the guest again wants to stay in the future time, then we can trace all the record of the guest and that record will help the reservation team to make a new reservation. So they can sort out all the information of the guest and record in the new reservation. And along with that, for the sales and marketing team, the guest history will also benefit them to do all the marketing and promotion of the hotel. If the guest wish to have or receive all the promotions and new happenings in the hotel, then they can do the marketing for that as well. And it helps finance for credit establishment. If the guest wish to have credit for the particular period of time, and usually with repeater, the hotel will give some credit as well. And if the guest wish to have that credit for a particular period of time, then it will help finance department to verify the guest details, to look on to whether the guest is eligible for credit or not. And it helps to meet and exceed guest expectation. Now when we know all the guest preferences, guest requirements, all the amenity, or be it meal preferences, room preferences, everything required by the guest, then if the guest is wish to come in the next time, then we will keep everything ready in advance. So once the guest arrive in the hotel or see all the things that he or she is required for, then they will just feel wow, and we can meet and exceed their expectation. So when this happens, then we will achieve the guest loyalty. Now once the guest is happy with whatever things he or she is in need of in the hotel or taken care of, then they will feel that we take care of the guest, and they will keep on coming to the hotel for their stay. Hence they will become the loyal guest to us. Now for the guest history, we have 2 types of information, that is behavioral information and preferences. Now for behavioral information, that is basically the room types and activities. Now what are the room types, like be it a king room or twin room, or what is the category of room, or what is the type of room, what is the room view, all the information is considered as behavioral information. And behavioral information are collected from previous stays. Now once if the guest have previously stayed in that room, and if they are happy with that, then we can assign the same room to the guest, because they prefer that room as well. Now preferences, this is usually collected through direct input from the guest, usually from a web form or loyalty program. Now from the loyalty program as well as from the web, all the preferences are sought out for the guest and recorded as a guest history. So that's it for the guest history. Thank you so much.